You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
They are 1.8 billion globally. They will make 75% of workforce by 2025. They will outspace earnings of baby boomers in less than 10 years. Smartphones and tablets are the argument settlers and fact checkers for every conversation. Get more insights on African millennials on Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
Remember when we said Happy New Year? And it's interesting how it's June already, and 2021, 2020 ended maybe about 5 minutes ago or something. Or I don't know if it's PTSD or whatnot, but I think many of us still think that the 2021 we have in front of our dates when we write things out just looks like that false drawn brow. Just to keep it, because it still feels like 2020 is still happening, but it's June already, 2021. That means like it's half of the year already. Anyway, it's Africa Business Radio and it's the African Millennial Radio Show, and it's Tomi Wale here again with another interesting episode with a very, very interesting guest, on the show. But first of all, how are we doing though? How's it been going? How's everyone in Mali? I think I want to mention the Francophone countries now. In Mali, in Senegal, in Cote d'Ivoire, in Togo, Liberia. No, Liberia is very, very English. Cote d'Ivoire, not Cote d'Ivoire just now. What other Francophone country do we have? I'm not sure people in Niger listen to this episode, do they? My producer is telling, okay, people in Cameroon, yes, of course they do. Okay, how are we doing? Bonjour, bonsoir, what does that mean? Bonne nuit. Well, it's, okay guys, I need to focus here. My producer is really cracking me up with this, but how are we doing? How is everything going? How's the week been? And of course, to my dudes in the English speaking countries, I hope business is going good. All right. So I have a very interesting guest, and I've known her for I think about 3 years now via Instagram. Yeah, but I think about 3 years just following, and then I think we met just once or so with a failed promise. That was supposed to redeem one day. Alright, Omotunde Sogunle is also known as MoSugar or Motunde. Does Motunde ring a bell? Okay, I think I'm going to talk about that later. She's a TV and stage actor and a skit maker. She has starred in quite a number of movies, series, stage production, and of course the skits that we enjoy, every Sunday on Instagram. She graduated with a Bachelor of Arts from Irimas University and has since then had a thing for being in front of the camera, right? Being in front of our faces on our phones. We all know the lady who has been looking for men from soldiers, from soldiers to what's it called? To gangsters, to responsible boys, to people who will shout at people on the road and then get to realize that the in-law is the father. Alright, we have Motunde in the studio this afternoon. Motunde, how are you doing now?
I'm good. Hi.
What's happening? How is life? How is Lagos?
Lagos is still the hustle and the bustle, but Lagos is sweet.
There is. This guy said it normally. He said that some people are in Lagos, some people are okay.
Yes, so some people are okay.
Don't think that that Lagos is not good. But what has the year been really? Just how's it been kicking for you?
It's been a good year actually. So far, even from the whole COVID period to, I think we're still in COVID period. So
vaccine period now.
Well, okay, yeah. So it's been a great year. I can't ever say anything less. because it's been an exposing year, if I can use that word. It just looks like things are just, I don't necessarily have to bid for stuff anymore. Like, things are just really picking up themselves and everything. So it's been a great year so far. And I know it's really going to end on some very,
interesting
notes.
Yes. Absolutely. So, of course, when I was talking about what we should talk about, I was really concerned about content creation, right? And even though I admire content creation, but I see it as some sort of laziness. So I'm not a painter, but then I listen to some painters tell me that they feel that painters who do abstract painting are lazy. Because you just come and you just splash all the things and then you say, read any meaning to it and things like that.
But that's a lot of inspiration.
Yeah, but some painters think
okay
that way. So now when it comes to content creation, I'm like, those painters who think that content creation is some sort of laziness to me. You're just picking what different people are putting and giving them credit to create your page. It's good, has its pros, a lot of it, because at least it gives the content creators, a chance to be on a platform that has created a whole lot and has gathered audience from it. So definitely. But then I doff my hat for content creators. For people who actually get down to the work and make sure that they listen to what the crowd wants and they now deliver on excellence. So how has that been, for you?
First off, I'm going to debunk that. It's not laziness.
That's curation.
Yes.
Curation. No, it's not lazy, but I'm just saying compared to creation.
First off, there's nothing new. There's actually, like, in this whole world, there's nothing that somebody has not done before. It just depends on how you, I want to sell.
Content?
It does not matter.
Curator.
It does not matter if it's not your content. Your own is that, you like this thing, you like the idea of this thing, or you now want to make it yours. So it just depends on how you actually tweak it and make it become yours.
Who works harder, Tunde Nuts or Lasisi?
Both of them, actually.
Works harder.
Yes. Lasisi, in his own case, he's bringing out something to make you all happy and whatnot and blah, 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 blah. Tunde's case, Tunde is also creative.
He's putting everything together.
Because, yes, it brings everything together. And then his captions and everything. I feel like it is with his captions that engages people more. Do you understand? So if he doesn't... Not everybody might actually see what Lasisi posts. Not everybody is following Lasisi. Not everybody is following Tunde Nuts anyway. So if Lasisi posts... and then Tunde brings it to his page. It's a certain way he's going to put up the caption and then make it look all interesting. And then for some reason, you might actually want to go ahead to click on Lasisi's page. Right. So it's more like everybody works hand in hand, indirectly or directly. So yeah, everybody helps each other.
So now I hear that. Definitely, everybody works together. But don't mind me what I said earlier. But creating for you, how's it been?
Well, so in my own case, because I work with Macaroni, I think we still work together. So at the end of the day, maybe when we get on set and then he shares the idea, so this is what we have to do today. So it's not like we actually basically work with a script. So as long as he has shared the idea, it's more like, coming together. So I feel like this is the action that should happen at this point. This is the action that should happen at this point, or what to say and everything. So to me, creation is spontaneous. It's just on the spot. I don't necessarily have to sit down. Maybe at the point of creating something new, maybe that's when you have to sit down and try to look for something. Well, what do you think people will like? What do you think people will like? But when you're already on the spot, that's why I always say people should never ever ignore whatever comes to their head at that point. If something just flashes, you could just be talking to somebody and then something will just flash. I feel like if you can jot it down, just jot it down on the spot, because you really do not know what will fly at the end of the day. So I don't necessarily have a creative process. I just go with the flow. And if I necessarily have to think of something, then I just look at what is happening around me and then
you draw the inspiration from it. That's really, really interesting. Now, of course, when it comes to partnerships, for example, there's a partnership going on with what you're will I say currently known for? Last year, I produced a movie.
Yes, I did.
Right. There was partnership.
Yes.
In that, with the lady, the character who is always bringing different guys on. There's partnership in that. How important do you think partnership is in ensuring that content creation is excellent today?
You cannot do whatever it is you want to do alone. In as much as you still need the exposure, okay, yes, you have the idea, you have the tools, you have everything to make it work. You still need to partner with people who have been in that position before.
Right.
It's more like they will help guide you to how far, or guide you to exactly where, to the right set of people. Do you understand? So now I come out, I'm like, oh, I want to produce a movie. I produce a movie, I put in okay, so let me put it this way. When I was about to make my first movie, I told myself, I can't just put in faces that I feel like, okay, they should just be in my movie. It's my first movie. I need it to sell. So me using some certain people who I feel like will sell my market, sell my movie, is partnership.
I'm sorry. Nino was in that movie.
Yes, it was.
I'm sorry. You know what? I can't forget the skit you did with Chris Clown.
Oh, Sin. I think it's beginning to go into. It's beginning to go into skits now and all that.
It's a new car. Sorry.
It's fine. You see, we make you laugh, so it's crazy.
Of course, no, that one, like, I saw that skit. I'm sure if that skit has maybe 10,000, for example,
viewing from
10,000 views, I'm sure half of it
is from you.
Okay, yeah, I'm listening. Sorry about that.
So I had to like put in people that I know that will help me sell my markets, quotes and unquote. So I had to use Nino, Shetayo, Sonyeri, because it's a Yoruba movie, and I needed to plug into that side of the industry. Yeah. So I needed to use people that were hot
already.
Do you understand? So that's still partnership. Right. And then of course I needed to successfully use the actors that I feel like will sell my market. Now, on what platform will I put it that it will sell?
All right.
Successfully use the actors that I feel like will sell my market. Now, on what platform will I put it that it will sell?
All right.
So that's where I had to partner with the YouTube guys. So that way, I put it on your platform. You already have a platform where people already know that you put out Yoruba movies every now and then I put it out, and it gets to a certain level, you pay me my money because people are viewing it. Yeah. So everything is partnership. You cannot just be stagnant. You need to meet with the right people to sell to the right market or the intending market that you need to sell to, and that's how people grow. Yeah.
I mean, because when it comes to this, now I understand this thing about people saying I have an idea and then I'm not sure I want to share it to anybody yet. Let me just roll on it on my own and things like that. And then there's something I have actually seen is when people who have a large phone, like, okay, I saw yesterday. I saw an apex of it yesterday. Like, I think that's the highest I've seen when it comes to content creation on social media. The door opening one.
Oh yeah.
Like that was actually really hot. And what I saw was everybody is going to push that in on each person's what's it called, collateral. What they have. So Nedu, for example, Shaggy, for example. Yeah. So it's very, very important. And I don't know, do you think it's a cultural thing, or do you think the cultural thing is becoming reduced and diluted when it comes to collaborations? Because people are like thinking, I don't want to do this thing with this person so that they won't steal what I'm trying to do. Do you think that thing is still there?
I don't think there's anything like stealing. Like I said earlier, it's all about.
No, I'm talking about people now. You know, people say, I don't want to do this thing. Let me go and do it on my own first, and then. Yeah,
I understand trying to gain your own audience, and then. But I still feel like even if you come out today and you do not come out as a person, but you come out with people that are already, at the end of the day, the audience is still coming back to you. They're all coming to get to know who you are, and then that way you can now start standing on your own. In my opinion, I feel like working with people is the way forward. Like you just have to, but then you need to know the type of audience that you're trying to target. So if you're working with like Nedu, like you mentioned, that means you want to get his type of audience. If you're working with maybe somebody else, say in the music industry, that means you want to get the people in that music industry and all that. So I don't know, everything boils down to who you want to gain, who your followers, who you want to gain to follow, the people you actually want to always constantly see your work.
Okay. The people you want your work to reach.
Yes, thank you.
Now, this thing about overshadowing, do you think it's a thing? You know, if I partner with this person, and then what if my content now blows harder? Will I feel overshadowed by that person?
To be honest, it gets to a point where you might feel like that.
Right.
You might feel like, this person is going to overshadow, or this person is going to take the shine, or something like that. But I feel like everything is time. When you're consistent and you keep putting it out. Even if you decide, okay, so this is my first time putting out content, and then I decide to now use macaroni, for example. Like nobody knows Motunde. Obviously, he has a large following, so he's going to take over the whole. He's going to definitely overshadow me. But when they constantly start saying Motunde, that way you stylishly start gaining your own audience, and then stylishly leave the shadow. Do you understand? So it's all consistency. You cannot just come out and stand and then expect that you're just going to blow on the spot.
Have you ever felt like you're not getting the best out of a collaboration before?
I can't even say that, because it's been, I feel like I'm the one who is actually gaining more, in as much as I know that I'm adding spice to the whole series and everything, but I feel like I'm gaining more because I'm gaining his audience, and his audience they're actually on a certain level. Do you understand? So it's
and at the same time also, he is actually gaining from your juice, because all I put in now, I don't want to directly use that example. Please think of me saying your partner is gaining from your juice as his partner.
I think we're both benefiting from each other.
Yeah. Because I just don't want it to sound like it's one-sided and everything.
Yeah, like that, because I feel like if that particular Motunde character is not in that, then probably it wouldn't make sense. But at the same time, if that this character is not in my Motunde, whatever, it probably wouldn't make sense. So we're both like benefiting from each other.
Right.
And maybe because I'm going to use the word high, and I'm just like pretty much I'm not going to say I'm under him, but I'm like close to him and everything. So it's helping me grow.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think that this is some metaphorical situation that could help a whole lot of businesses just do better. Because some people just think, okay, I have this problem, I don't want to do it anybody. But then what if we actually just hold each other's hands and just get things done? Putting aside whatsoever popular words like ego and whatnot can be in the way. You just have to partner with somebody. I don't think there's any way anybody wants to grow by themselves. That means you're just going to be like on one spot, to be fair. Even if, let's say you have just 20 years to just live, even if you just do partnership for 10 years, then the remaining 10 years you decide to stand on your own, you've built something already. Right.
People have known you from that 1 to 10 to be, this person. So when at that 10th year you decide to now, okay, I want to be on my own, you still have these people following you. So
right. All right, guys, let's have a very, very short break, and then we'll be back for more interesting news from Motunde.
You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
They are 1.8 billion globally. They would make 75% of workforce by 2025. They will outspace earnings of baby boomers in less than 10 years. Smartphones and tablets are the argument settlers and fact checkers for every conversation. Get more insights on African millennials on Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
That's cool on the beat.
I mean, I'm really enjoying the conversation with Motunde, and during the break, we just made a joke about a time we used in the studio. My producer was trying to say, he was schooling us earlier in the first part of the episode, and then now we're schooling you. I'm sure many people don't know what an ident means, so you can Google it. I'm not going to tell you on the show, unless you want to pay me. So you can just Google it. I'm sure you guys are listening through a smart device. You can just use the smart device to find out what an ident means. What's the, of course, in partnerships and collaborations, it's Iniesta making sure that it passes to Lionel Messi, so he can do all the dribbles and then score the goal. Right. So team playing. So, you're just crazy. Where is this one going to again? This is I'm going to team playing. Right. How important is team playing? It sounds like cliche, but how important as in I don't mind if you can maybe put some examples to it. So importance of a good team player, and then an example where a team player messed something up, and then the consequence of that. If you can remember from any of your work experiences.
Okay, so I'm going to. It's quite funny, but I'm going to use my first movie as an example. Right. So it didn't particularly come out the way I wanted it to come out. Okay. I had a lot of expectations. I mean, it was my first movie. But it's not like it was bad.
But I saw a billboard at the end of Tottenham Bridge.
My dear, that was just a friend. So let me just send me the poster.
And
next thing I saw a picture of my movie.
Yeah, it was the big billboard on Tottenham Bridge. Yeah. She's not kidding. I didn't just bring a funny guest on my show. She has a billboard on the most, important bridge in West Africa.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so director wrote the story, and then he insisted on using his crew members and everything, and that includes the DOP, the editor, the blah 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 blah, like that. And so production was done. It was time for post. Yeah, post is after post, and then the editor messes up. He literally edited it in his own style. Okay. And I feel like that was like one team member who failed, and that's because he didn't necessarily pay attention to what myself, the producer, and the director were telling him. So if everybody had sat down to do their homework properly, and then had listened to everybody, okay, so we shot this thing this way, and then wanted to come out this way and all that, he would have known when to put this shot, where to put the shots, and all that. So teamwork, like, everybody just needs to understand themselves and be on the same page, because if one fails, it's literally going to jeopardize the work of the rest of every other person. Do you understand? So teamwork goes a long way. It's teamwork, according to me, is equal to understanding what we are doing. Do you understand?
Okay.
So if we all come together and then we say, oh, we're trying to build a house, and then I say, okay, so we're going to put the lights here, and then you say, this is where, at the end of the day, after building, and then I now come and I'll put the light somewhere else. So that means like every other person has failed because you have messed up our work. Okay. I almost used the same
weakest link.
Do you understand? So everybody has to be on the same page for the product to move forward and get to the right consumers.
Right. That's actually very important. In fact, this thing that you just said about building the house is really good. You might say that maybe the chandelier is supposed to be here, so it might look Victorian, and then by the time you're done, it's not more looking Victorian.
And then you're wondering, like, this is a waste of my time and all that.
Right. You just bring a funny light in. It's supposed to be a tall, long chandelier, and then you just bring one stud, and it's just there on the roof under the POP something. Okay, now there are times where or maybe anybody in business, in arts, and anything must have collaborated with some people, and then the identity of the partners now rubs off on them, and then they might be at the place where the world is now not understanding the kind of people that they really are, but then referencing them to who they've partnered with. Have you been in that situation before?
Not necessarily, but I mean, I've heard of stories, or we know people who are still trying to break off
that thing.
Yeah.
Right. So since you've not been there, I actually wanted to ask, how you've probably been able, or let me ask, how have you tried to maneuver that, or do you see that coming when picking partners, that if I partner with this person, they're going to think I'm this person too, so I won't do that?
Okay, so in my case, I'll just say it's been a rumor.
Okay.
I've just had a rumor case.
Okay.
That perhaps maybe something is happening between myself and somebody else and all that. But we didn't make that our problem.
Okay.
Because
definitely, I was just gonna do a photo shoot and say, okay, confirm me your rumors, dummies.
Because people always talk. Right. Like recently now, the one about this skit guy, Q Abiola.
Okay.
And then Ade herself. Now there's a problem because he just got engaged yesterday.
Yeah, I saw something on Twitter, but I didn't pay attention to it.
He just got engaged, and then people are saying,
he just got engaged.
Yeah.
I just saw the picture and I was like, these guys are dating. I just came out of it. I didn't even read the story.
He just got engaged to somebody else, actually, some other lady.
I didn't even read it.
And now everybody's trying to be on Ade herself's head, like, you guys are dating, so he just chopped and he went and all that. And of which, to be fair, I'm not particularly close to both of them, but I'm close to somebody who is close to them and knew when this whole stunt wanted to start, when they wanted to make the world believe that they were in a relationship. Okay. I had a conversation with the person and I told the person that, do you not think this thing is going to backfire? And then to them it was just to get attention, to gain audience, to get this thing. Now look at where it is. I feel like we need to always think about the future whenever we want to start whatever it is that we're doing. Because now she's busy debunking news, she's doing, and take it or leave it. Those that will take it, will take it. Those that will not take it, will not take it.
But does she have to debunk the news?
She's been doing that.
Why does she have to debunk it?
Because it's really getting to her heart. Like there's a particular blog that is like making a big deal.
That someone used that.
You imagine 7 billion or 7 million people talking about you that
she should go and take a picture with the couple
and dumped.
Well, people talk anyways.
Yeah. So like I don't know, it's crazy. So we have to always think about whoever it is that we're partnering with in future, because we don't want to start shalaing later on.
Now, do you do? So, just to be, if there's a question in 1A, that was 1A. Now, 1B, do you mind just sharing the things you do as per due diligence? You get. So, no vex. I'm thinking, so let me just throw this. You have a partner right now, and then in a year time, the partner is accused of sexual misconduct. Yeah.
It will rub off for me, obviously.
Yeah. So is there some sort of a due diligence and also maybe checks and balances and everything that you just try and put around yourself?
Yeah. To be honest, because
Are you scared?
I mean, to be honest, because I feel like a lot of things just played in my head right now, because I have been turning down working with other people, and that's because I try to look at backgrounds, like what has this person done? How is this person going to affect what I'm already trying to build for myself and everything? So I have turned down a lot of people. That's why I paused, because I feel like when they hear this thing, they might feel like, so this is the reason why she hasn't worked with us and everything. But you have to, because I'm not about to allow somebody come jeopardize what I'm trying to build for myself. I know that we do not necessarily see these things coming, but you need to know the type of person this person you're working with is. I can confidently beat my chest that the person I'm currently working with cannot be caught in that kind of situation, except maybe it's a framework or something. I don't know. I'm not God. I cannot see the future. But at least to a certain level, you should be able to vouch for whoever it is that you're working with, like issue or whatever brand that it is that you're working with. Like these people are only going to be always going to look out for the best for you and for themselves. So yeah, everything is about future, because you don't want to start and then all of a sudden you're just cut short. And then how many people do you want to share to? Honestly. Not everybody's going to listen to you. So just to avoid that, God. do not bring story that will touch my heart close to me.
So it's June 2nd or 3rd, 2025. What's Motunde doing?
Motunde by that time should probably what was the accent?
Drop it.
Motunde by that time should probably have one. I mean, okay, so we're in 2022.
2025. That was like 4 years thereabout. Yeah.
We should have probably won like 2 AMVCAs. You know.
Can happen next year actually.
If nothing is impossible. Like one like AMVCA. Cinema movie already. Like I have a movie in the cinema already. My talk show is topping like trending #1 on YouTube.
Well, that's good on YouTube.
Yes, please.
Please. I know you. I've had conversations with you on my radio show before. When you start trending on #1, I know you.
Don't worry.
You're going to turn to one celebrity now.
I got you.
I know you. Because now you might just blow now. All right, that's good. All right, guys, I'm sure we've really enjoyed the conversation with Motunde. In a very, very interesting, we really talked about partnerships and collaborations, especially when it comes to pushing your talent out there to the world. And I like every angle she came from. Especially when she talked about due diligence. She talked about not being the weakest link. When you're in a team, and when she talked about making sure that your talent gets to the right audience, which is very, very important. And I'm sure that, of course, people in business and other matters of life can, take this and then apply it. Thank you very much, Motunde, for coming. I'm sorry about that, Motunde. All right, guys, this is going to be also published on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. Just search The African Millennials, and don't forget to go on africabusinessradio.com to also check, of course, past episodes of it. I would have to really go now. I think I'm hungry. I think I have to eat before it's 6 o'clock because I'm trying to stay fit. And my producer is just raising his eyebrows like, what's this dude saying? Can you just close this thing and go? Motunde, thank you very much for coming. On Instagram, you are mo.sogunle. And it's S-O. There's no H. There's no H in it. So mo.sogunle. Yeah, talk to her, check out our videos, check out our content, and then, of course, share it as much as you can share it. All right, guys. It's Tomi Wale on the African Millennial Radio Show, and I'll say bye for now.
They are 1.8 billion globally. They would make 75% of workforce by 2025. They will outspace earnings of baby boomers in less than 10 years. Smartphones and tablets are the argument settlers and fact checkers for every conversation. Get more insights on African millennials on Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.
You're listening to Africa Business Radio, where you get up-to-date insights on the Africa business landscape. Log on to www.africabusinessradio.com. Your favorite shows are available on podcasts. Download them on our website and mobile app. Africa Business Radio, towards a profitable Africa.